Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Naureen. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. President Trump criticizes Putin and Zelensky as he pushes for Ukraine ceasefire. Trump's crackdown targets students with visas and green cards over protests. Migrant arrivals at US-Mexico border in California dropped significantly. Three US soldiers found dead in Lithuania, one still missing after peat bog accident. Governor Hochul announces completion of $66.4 million bridge project on Bronx River Parkway. Mayor Adams announces expansion of red light cameras across NYC. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez confirm a wedding location in Venice. Eid al-Fitr prayer at Grand Mosque in Mecca. Greetings from the King and Cabinet. Muslims around the world celebrated Eid al-Fitr with joy and challenges. French far-right leader Marine Le Pen faces a house arrest, 5-year election ban for embezzlement. Hamas calls for armed resistance against Trump's Gaza relocation plan. And Kylian Mbappe can achieve Cristiano Ronaldo's legacy at Real Madrid, says Ancelotti. You were listening to Headlines, now news in detail. President Trump expressed frustration with both Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky as he worked to broker a ceasefire in the ongoing war. Trump criticized Putin for questioning Zelensky's credibility, calling the Russian leader's comments about the Ukrainian president's legitimacy angry and pissed off. Trump, who had previously attacked Zelensky's credibility and suggested Ukraine was partly to blame for the war, also discussed potential new sanctions on Russia, including tariffs on oil exports. While Trump remained hopeful about a truce, he noted the tension between Putin and Zelensky could delay any swift resolution. On his return flight to Washington, Trump softened his tone towards Putin, saying he didn't believe the Russian leader would back out of their agreements. However, Trump also raised concerns about Zelensky renegotiating a deal over rare earth minerals, which could cause major issues between the US and Ukraine. As the conflict continued, Russian drones targeted Kharkiv, killing 2 people. Analysts suggested Russia might launch a new offensive soon to pressure Ukrainian ceasefire talks. The Trump administration's recent actions against students involved in pro-Palestinian activities have sparked concerns about First Amendment rights for foreign nationals with visas and green cards. The State Department revoked over 300 student visas, including those of students from Tufts and Columbia University. Secretary of State Marco Rubio justified these actions by citing the Immigration and Nationality Act, which allows visa revocation for activities that could harm U.S. foreign policy. Legal experts have warned that these actions could create a conflict with the First Amendment, which protects free speech. The government's stance, however, has led to questions about whether foreign nationals should have the same free speech protections as U.S. citizens. Notable cases include Rumeysa Öztürk, a Fulbright scholar detained after writing an article critical of Israel, and Mahmoud Khalil, a green card holder detained for his involvement in pro-Palestinian protests. While visa revocations don't automatically lead to deportation, they have sparked litigation, with many fearing a chilling effect on free speech. Legal experts predict these cases could take years to resolve. The California-Mexico border, once overwhelmed with migrants, became nearly empty as crossings slowed in recent months. Shelters that once helped migrants closed and aid groups shifted their focus to immigrants facing deportation or those stuck in southern Mexico. Border Patrol strengthened security with 750 U.S. military troops and added 6 miles of concertina wire to the border wall. The San Diego sector, which had over 1,200 migrant arrests per day last April, now sees only 30 to 40 daily. Officials said border-related criminal cases reached 1,000 this fiscal year. Aid workers from the American Friends Service Committee packed up their last supplies in February after not seeing migrants for a month. Border Patrol held a news conference highlighting their collaboration with the military. Officials expected migrant attempts by sea to rise as land crossings became more difficult. As migrants struggle to enter legally, advocates fear more will take dangerous routes, risking their lives. Humanitarian groups planned to continue aid efforts in Mexico and remote U.S. border areas. The bodies of 3 U.S. Army soldiers who went missing in Lithuania during a training exercise last week were found, while 1 soldier remained missing, officials said. The soldiers disappeared on March 25 after their 63-ton M88A2 Hercules armored recovery vehicle sank into a peat bog while trying to tow another vehicle. The missing soldiers were part of the 1st Brigade Combat Team, 3rd Infantry Division. Their names were not released as families were still being notified. Search teams, including U.S. and Lithuanian forces, worked for days in the swampy area. Heavy equipment like helicopters, drones, pumps, and gravel were used to stabilize the ground. The armored vehicle was pulled from the bog after 6 days. Major General Christopher Norrie called the lost soldier's family and promised to continue searching until the lost soldier was found. The U.S. Army and Lithuanian authorities were investigating the accident. U.S. troops have been stationed in Lithuania since 2014 as part of Operation Atlantic Resolve, which began after Russia took Crimea from Ukraine. The mission is expected to continue in the future. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Governor Kathy Hochul announced the completion of a $66.4 million bridge replacement project on the Bronx River Parkway, improving safety and travel for thousands of commuters. The new bridge replaced a 75-year-old structure over the Metro North Railroad in the Bronx's Wakefield and Woodlawn neighborhoods. The project also included repairs to a nearby concrete bridge over the Bronx River and enhancements to the Bronx River Greenway. The new bridge features a concrete deck, improved shoulders, and new lighting and drainage. The northbound exit ramp to Bronx Boulevard was extended to reduce congestion. Traffic management improvements were made, including recalibrated signal timings, and landscaping upgrades were completed with new trees and shrubs. Local leaders, including Representative George Latimer and Bronx Borough President Vanessa L. Gibson, praised the project for improving safety, reducing congestion, and strengthening connections between neighborhoods. The project, which started in 2021, aims to modernize transportation infrastructure in the Bronx. Mayor Eric Adams and DOT Commissioner Eudanis Rodriguez announced that New York City's red light camera program will expand significantly. The city has selected Vera Mobility to manage its automated enforcement network, which includes red light cameras, speed cameras, and bus lane enforcement cameras. The new contract, expected to last 5 years, will allow for the installation of red light cameras at 600 intersections, up from 150 previously. The expansion follows the successful push by the Adams administration to increase the number of cameras, which help improve traffic safety by deterring dangerous driving behaviors. The cameras have proven effective in reducing traffic violations and crashes. DOT's automated enforcement systems also monitor truck weight limits on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway. As part of this project, Vera Mobility will upgrade technology and improve safety while supporting community education and partnerships. The expansion is part of the city's broader Vision Zero efforts to save lives on the streets. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez are set to marry in Venice, Italy, as confirmed by the city. The Amazon founder and his fiancée, who got engaged in 2023, will hold a private wedding with about 200 guests. The announcement put to rest rumors and false reports circulating about the event. The city reassured that the wedding will have minimal impact on daily life, as Venice is used to hosting international events, including the G20, G7, and fashion shows. The couple has also assured that the city's usual flow of visitors and residents will not be disrupted, and there will be no excessive bookings of gondolas or water taxis. Venice, known for its romantic canals and stunning architecture, has previously hosted high-profile weddings, including George and Amal Clooney's in 2014. The exact wedding date has not been revealed, but the city is committed to ensuring the event respects its unique charm. Now it's time for global updates. The Eid al-Fitr prayer was held at the Holy Haram in Mecca, where millions of pilgrims and worshippers gathered. Muslims from across the world united to perform the Eid prayer and supplicate for peace and prosperity for humanity. On this special occasion, the King of Saudi Arabia and his cabinet extended heartfelt Eid greetings. A message from the royal family was delivered to the assembled worshippers, emphasizing unity, harmony, and peace for the entire Muslim Ummah. The Saudi government once again made special arrangements for Hajj pilgrims and worshippers. Those attending the Eid prayer experienced a spiritually uplifting moment as they stood together in front of the Kaaba, sharing the joy of Eid in the sacred atmosphere of Mecca. Among the royal representatives present was Nurul bin Hashmi, who conveyed Saudi Arabia's Eid greetings to the global Muslim community, praying for peace, prosperity, and well-being for all. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. Muslims worldwide celebrated Eid al-Fitr, marking the end of Ramadan with prayers, gatherings and festive traditions. Families enjoyed meals, exchanged gifts and visited loved ones. In Gaza, this was the second Eid since the war began. Israel had stopped food, fuel and medicine deliveries, then resumed bombings that killed hundreds. The war disrupted Ramadan and the death toll in Gaza surpassed 50,000 according to local health officials. In Syria, people marked their first Eid since the Assad family's rule ended. In Indonesia and Malaysia, millions traveled home for Eid traditions, prayers and family reunions. Malaysians shared festive meals like kitbat and rendang, while children received green packets of money. Egyptians celebrated with prayers, visits and traditional Eid cookies. In the US, diverse Muslim communities gathered for prayers and fun-filled festivals. Despite hardships in some regions, Muslims worldwide embraced the spirit of Eid with faith and togetherness. French far-right leader Marine Le Pen was found guilty of embezzling EU funds and was barred from running in elections for 5 years. A Paris court sentenced her to 4 years in prison with 2 years suspended. She will serve the remaining time under house arrest with an electronic tag. She was also fined over 100,000. The judge said Le Pen misused EU money to pay party staff between 2004 and 2016. While her election ban took effect immediately, she can appeal the prison sentence and fine. Le Pen's lawyer called the ruling scandalous and vowed to appeal. European far-right leaders criticized the decision, while Russia's Kremlin said it showed Europe was ignoring democratic norms. Le Pen had planned to run in the 2027 presidential election but may now have to step aside for her party's current leader, Jordan Bardella. In 2022, she lost to President Emmanuel Macron after winning 41% of the vote. A senior Hamas official called for armed action against U.S. President Donald Trump's plan to relocate more than 2 million Gazans to neighboring countries. Sami Abu Zuhri urged supporters worldwide to use weapons against what he described as a sinister plan combining massacres with starvation. His statement came after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel would support Trump's plan to move Gazans to other countries. Trump first suggested this idea in January, but Egypt, Jordan and Palestinian leaders strongly rejected it. Later, Trump clarified that no one would be forced to leave. Arab nations proposed a separate plan to rebuild Gaza without relocation. Meanwhile, Israel's defense minister said a program was being developed to assist Gazans who voluntarily leave. Israel resumed intense bombing on March 18th, ending a 2-month ceasefire. The health ministry in Gaza reported over 50,000 deaths since the war began. Let's have a look on today's sports story. Real Madrid coach Carlo Ancelotti expressed confidence that Kylian Mbappe could achieve legendary status at the club, similar to Cristiano Ronaldo. Ancelotti praised Mbappe's potential after the French star matched Ronaldo's goal tally of 33 goals in his first season at the club. Mbappe can become a legend at Real Madrid like Ronaldo, Ancelotti stated. Ronaldo, who joined Real Madrid in 2009, left in 2018 as the club's all-time top scorer with 450 goals. Mbappe, 26 years old, scored twice in a recent La Liga match against Leganes, calling it special to match Ronaldo's record. Ancelotti's team remains in contention for 3 major trophies this season, and Mbappe still has opportunities to surpass his goal-scoring record. Real Madrid will face Real Sociedad in the Copa del Rey semi-final, leading 1-0 from the first leg. Ancelotti emphasized the importance of reaching the final and the motivation it brings to both players and fans. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,534.72. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 51.11 points or 0.26%. Tokyo stock close price is 37,120.33. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 679.64 points or 1.80%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,351.31. The Shanghai index is decreased by 22.44 points or 0.67%. Hong Kong stock close price is 23,426.60. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 152.20 points or 0.65%. Bombay stock close price is 77,414.92. The Sensex index is decreased by 191.51 points or 0.25%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. President Trump criticizes Putin and Zelensky as he pushes for Ukraine ceasefire. Trump's crackdown targets students with visas and green cards over protests. Migrant arrivals at US-Mexico border in California dropped significantly. Three US soldiers found dead in Lithuania, one still missing after peat bog accident. Governor Hochul announces completion of $66.4 million bridge project on Bronx River Parkway. Mayor Adams announces expansion of red light cameras across NYC. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez confirm a wedding location in Venice. Eid al-Fitr prayer at Grand Mosque in Mecca. Greetings from the King and Cabinet. Muslims around the world celebrated Eid al-Fitr with joy and challenges. French far-right leader Marine Le Pen faces a house arrest, 5-year election ban for embezzlement. Hamas calls for armed resistance against Trump's Gaza relocation plan. And Kylian Mbappe can achieve Cristiano Ronaldo's legacy at Real Madrid, says Ancelotti. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.